All right, welcome everybody. We're back for another episode of Tilton the Scales. I'm joined by my co-hosts Walter Hall and Chester Bowen, and we are joined with friend of the show, forever friend of the show, Fred Caruso. Thanks for joining us, man.
Guys, thank you for having me. This
Happy
is
to
like
have you.
We're
1998 all over again here.
Yes,
It
sir.
sure
Yes,
is.
sir. It's a little nostalgic for sure. We usually go around the room, just ask everybody how their week's been. Uh, we'll start with you, Wally.
Good week. It's been all work for me. I've been straight out at work, so it's not a lot of play this week. So work, home, baseball, softball starting for the kids. So chasing them around to various practices and preseason stuff. So my days are
Awesome.
start at 5 and end at 9. And I
Yeah.
can get up and do it again.
Yeah,
So
wash and repeat. That's good. That's good
yep,
glad to hear the family's
good. I'm not
doing well.
complaining.
So
It's good. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Chet, how you been?
My daughter just turned 14, and
Oh,
I went to
happy
pick her
belated
up early
birthday.
from
14. Oh my
school.
God.
Picked her up
Yeah.
early from school just to go get the cake, make it all good. And she responded with such gratitude. And she said, "Hi." It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. And then my son's football team are 4-0 right now. Tomorrow, hoping to go 5-0. So we'll see how it goes. But
Nice.
great week in general.
That's good. That's good. You must have been recording when she sensed that she was being recorded on the iPhone or taking pictures when she was acting like that. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Nope. Nope.
Oh, I was gonna say, but all you need to do is flip the script and like let her know, hey, this is for the gram. Then she'll come out of her shell and just be all happy and you know what I
14. So do
mean?
you have boys coming over the house, chat? Like, do you have
No,
little
man.
guys knocking on your door yet?
Oh no, yes, but they're not coming over. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not while you're
that's
there,
cool.
anyway.
Not yet.
Yeah. A word of advice, be around as much as possible. Bow your chest out. Make sure everybody knows who your kid is and just be as intimidating as possible to
Sadly,
weed
our,
out
our chests
to
don't
weed
look
out.
exactly like your chest. Like, I don't think we're gonna have the same effect.
I mean, maybe so, but yeah, it'll weed out the people that are trying to, or the men slash boys that are just looking for something other than, hey, you're a nice person, I'm a nice person, I really like you, let's be friends, and then develop into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Fred, how you been? How's your week been?
Busy, busy. Baseball has started. Just started my 20th year at
Yeah.
Westwall coaching varsity. The weather has been not on our side.
Yeah.
As you know, living up here, growing up here, we spend a lot of time in the gymnasium
Yeah.
preseason. We're actually out in our outfield today. A little wet, but we were outside. It's nice to see put baseballs against the sky instead of against the gym ceiling. And
Yeah, for
work's been
sure.
busy. Work's always busy. Um, I have the pleasure of having Wally's nephew on my team.
We're very
Oh,
proud.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very proud
Yeah.
of him.
yeah. Caleb, he's just a freshman and made varsity.
That's
And
awesome.
we're very, very excited
Nice.
for him and that entire group. We have a really good young group coming. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this, but we're going to be good here. Sooner than later. Going to
Yeah.
be real
Tough to
good
walk
sooner than
away when
later.
you get a talented team, isn't it?
That's
Well,
good.
as
That's
long as
good.
I can physically do it and they don't take my keys away, I think I'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
28 years. Have we been out of high school that long? Holy hell. 28 years.
Mike, yeah,
Wow.
that's. I know when you think about it and you look at the number, and you guys look like you're still in high school. Well, if Nate shaved and you shaved, you'd look like you're still in high school. Chet looks
Yeah.
like he's still in high school. But
He
yeah,
does, yeah.
28 years, it's amazing.
Wow.
That's
That's
awesome. Good for
incredible.
you,
That's
man. That's
incredible.
awesome. So
Thanks.
my week's been pretty good. I spent some time with the grandkids today. We did our Easter gathering. I gave them their baskets and gave them some toys and got to play with them. And they're
Nice.
they're going out of town for the weekend, so that was really great. And then now I get to do this and talk to Fred Caruso, man. It's
Yeah.
it's always good. It's
That's
always good to
awesome.
run into you. Obviously, being in Texas, I never run into you anymore, but It's always great to see you and great to
Well,
talk to you. So
it was great a couple of years ago. I had no idea you were coming
yeah,
to the home run derby in Brian's memory, and
for sure.
I think I lost it that day a little bit. So it was great seeing
Well, I did too, so
you.
don't feel bad. I'm a big softie these days, so the military did make me strong in some aspects, but
Yeah,
ho holding all my emotions in for 25 years didn't do so well. So they overflow. They overflow these days. So let's get into it. Uh, so Fred, you were born October 15th, 1968, is that correct?
Oh, I wish I was, Nate. October 16th, 1958, not
Oh, all right.
68.
I'm sorry. I meant to say you look like you were.
uh,
Uh, you grew up in
we'll
Somerville?
go with 1968.
Yeah,
Let's go
right.
with that.
Okay.
I like it.
Was it,
Documented.
did you grow up in Somerville, Mass?
Grew up in Somerville, Mass, just outside of Boston. Grew up a huge, Boston sports fan, especially the
Of
Red
course.
Sox, but all four of the big teams.
Of
And
course, yeah.
Fenway Park was 10 minutes away. Hopped on the subway, got a $1 bleacher ticket. Remember I know you guys don't remember those days, but you
Yeah.
get a bleacher ticket, you walk up to the ticket booth and grab a ticket for $1 and sit anywhere out of the bleachers. It was awesome. It was a great place to grow up. I still have family back there, but I wouldn't want to live there right now. I kind of found my home up here when I moved up here a
Yeah.
few years ago.
Yeah, that's good. But just a few years ago, huh? We won't.
1978, late
Yeah, yeah.
1978. I moved up here, and it's been a great ride. Been a great
That's
ride.
awesome. That's
You've done
good.
okay,
Uh,
Fred. You've done okay.
Thanks, Chet.
yeah, you have done very well. So is it also true you skipped school to go see a World Series game in 1967, Cardinals
I
versus Red
did.
Sox?
Now I have four other brothers, and I found out my dad's brother-in-law, Uncle Harry. He worked for Polaroid, which was a huge company back in Boston back in the day, and they had season tickets. And he ended up with two extra tickets for Game 7 of the World Series in 1967. And little Freddie turned the tears on to Big Fred,
Yeah, yeah,
and he said,
yeah.
"Your brothers can't find out." I'm like, "Well, they're gonna find out eventually, because I'm going to be bragging about it that I went to Game 7 of the World Series."
Wow.
So they lost that game.
Huh.
Yeah, one of the years, 86 years without winning a championship. But we got off the bus at the top of our street. We took the subway and the bus in, and I was carrying a 1967 World Series pennant down the street, waving it. And one of my bigger brothers, one of my older brothers, Tony, chased me, I don't know, from Somerville to Cambridge to try to say, "Hey, you went, I didn't, and now I'm going to beat the you know what out of you." So
Yeah. That's
love
I've
your
never
brotherly
run
love.
so fast, never run so fast in my life. But
Yeah, that's
me and Tony, we're like this. We have been for forever. So
yeah, that's
that
brotherly
was a
love
fun
right
time. I
there.
remember it like it was yesterday.
That's good. All right, a little bit of an introduction. Correct me if I miss anything or misread anything. So you went to Leland Power Schools of Broadcasting in
Right.
2021. You're the Broadcaster of the Year in New Hampshire Broadcasting Association. You are known for your intense dedication to community with community-wide support for your programs and as well as Brian F. Caruso Scholarship Fund. Mix Cashing Cans has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars and donated tons of cans of food to I'm not really, is it just food stores that they go to where
Oh, food pantries, soup
yeah,
kitchens,
okay,
pantries that are at local churches,
awesome.
things like that. And yeah, it's been, we started the program back at the radio station in 1987. And including 87, I know the math doesn't look right, 87 to 26, but this will be the 40th year coming up in
That's
December.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And of course, within your community, you're highly regarded with numerous recognitions, known for your genuine personality, tireless efforts to help local causes, and teach the younger generation the importance of giving whatever they can afford. So we
Uh,
appreciate that.
Well,
Thank you
thank you
very much.
guys. Thank you guys. Listen, when I started that program, you guys were in school. You were bringing cans in. You
Yeah,
know,
for
Yeah, we
sure,
were.
we were.
We
Yeah,
were.
yeah,
the
that's
school's
awesome.
tremendous job for cashing cans around the area, and they do food drives, and we reward the winning classroom with a pizza party at the end. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 28 years. I know you have over 150 wins, but what's the total number that we got from coaching for?
I don't know. I mean, for
Don't
varsity,
be
it's been
modest. Don't be modest. Don't be modest. Come on,
for
Frank.
varsity, it's been 20. I was involved with the program, when Brian was playing, as just an extra set of hands, and kept the book a couple of years. But for varsity, and that includes the COVID year, we didn't have a season. 177 wins
Nice.
at varsity. And
Congratulations.
thank you,
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's
thank you,
awesome.
thank you,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
thanks.
I'm sure you remember
we're
every one of them.
well, most of them, most of them. I remember one in particular in 2010 that will never go away. That was our state championship.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna ask, is that the most memorable one? And is that the
Yeah,
no-hitter?
there was a no-hitter, Jordan Cody, who got drafted by the Yankees. We had no control over that, but he did get drafted by the Yankees. He was tremendous that year. He threw a no-hitter in the championship game, and I believe it was the first no-hitter thrown in a state championship game at any level or any division. And it was a 2-0 win. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. And a couple of other highlights. A couple of years ago, we went to Cooperstown, and we've been doing. We're going again this year. This will be our 4th trip to Cooperstown. We're going to play at Doubleday Field against Interlakes. We were playing Guilford a couple of years ago, and if we want to get into it later on, I'll give you the nuts and bolts of how this all happened. But we ended up with a walk-off 4-3 win. It was very, very, very emotional, and we can get into that later if we have time.
Get into it now.
Yeah,
Why not?
absolutely. Yeah. If you want to, or we can wait.
All right. It was 2023.
Yeah.
And we were playing Guilford. We both came in with pretty good records. Brian was supposed to go, and everything happened the year before, and we had planned on. I said, "Hey, I'm taking the team to Cooperstown," and he said, "I'm going." I'm like, "Damn right you're going." So we were planning on him going, and then everything happened. We took the trip out. My guys, we found Brian's 1998, his senior year baseball jersey. I know I had it somewhere. And it was in a tote in the basement. I found it. I told the guys about it, and they said they asked me to take it with us. They wanted to put it up in the dugout, so they taped it up in the dugout at Doubleday Field. We took the field. We were down 3-0. I'll cut to the chase. We were down 3-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. With 7 innings in high school, and gave the guys the best Newt Rockney speech we could. It's like, come on, guys, let's go. No time. There's no time clock in baseball. We decide when the game ends. Give the whole spiel, and
Yeah.
we went out, and let me tell you, we got a leadoff single. We'd only had one hit in the game up to that point. We had a leadoff single, then a walk, then a pop out. Then we had another walk, so we had bases loaded, 1 out. Our number 7 guy was up, Nick Puffenberger. And we preached all year long, put the ball in play. Just put the ball in play. Make the other team make a play. Hit the ball about 35 feet up the third base line. Third baseman came in, fielded it, and he spiked it into the ground. It blew past the catcher into our dugout. It hit Brian's jersey number between the 1 and 2.
Wow.
The jersey fell down. My guys ran over, taped it back up. We scored 2 runs on the play. So now it's 2nd and 3rd. We're down 3-2 with 1 out. We have a kid who had a couple of great at bats. Our number 8 batter, Brady Palmer, was up, and he had the only hit prior to that. And he lined a single to the left, and we scored 2 runs, walk-off win. Everybody went crazy.
Wow.
And then it's a lot of things happened. The number 12, Brian's number was 12. And so many 12 things happened in those 2 hours. The final score was 4-3. guys, you went to Winnisquam. 4 times 3 is
I think it might be 12.
I
12.
think I
There it
remember.
is.
Yep, 12. Yep.
okay, 12. Brady Palmer hit the game-winning single on a 1-2 count.
Wow.
As Nick Puffenberger was sliding across home plate with the winning run, the church bells went off in downtown Cooperstown at 12 o'clock.
Wow.
I mean,
It's a
there's so
chill.
many
Let's
things.
go.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go.
know,
It's a chill.
our pitcher, Anthony Boomer, call him Boom, had 12 strikeouts, and it was just amazing, just amazing. One of the parents took a picture just before the bottom of the 7th of the sun and showed it to me after the game. He said, I snapped this just before the bottom of the 7th. And it was a halo around the sun. Perfect. I mean, I'm getting shy. You just can't even script it. So, yeah, it was quite the day. It was quite the day.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that is a lot of 12s, and that's a good
Yeah.
story. Thank you for sharing that. That's definitely
Amazing.
Yeah, he was there. Definitely, he was supposed to be on that trip, and he was there. Definitely was there.
yeah.
How's this
So
year's
you-
squad looking?
Yeah.
Good. We a couple of years ago we knew we were going to bottom out. We had no pitching. If you don't have any pitching in high school baseball, it's tough. So we missed the tournament for the first time. We rebounded last year. Our whole goal was to get back to the tournament. We got into the last spot, but we got in.
Who counts? Yep.
And this year we're looking to take another step. We're looking to take another step forward. I think this year we're going to surprise a couple of people. I think we have a good group dealing with a couple of injuries right now, but hopefully the guys will heal and we can get them back out on the field. But I think we're going to have a solid season this year.
Exciting.
That's good. I'm excited for you. Definitely excited. I'll be following for sure.
I'll be catching a couple games for sure. I'm excited.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So you've been around the game for a long time, Fred. Do you remember like what made you love baseball? What made you first fall in love with the game of baseball?
I played since I was this high and growing up. Just loved playing the game. My dad was my biggest inspiration for baseball. He was the Eastern Massachusetts District Commissioner for Little League for 38 years.
Yeah.
Long time. He actually had a hand in starting the Challenger program for handicapped kids. My dad was a stickler. He was my coach. And a little story. We were one game away from making the city playoffs in Somerville, and it was my turn. Well, I thought it was my turn to pitch. I was eligible to pitch, and
You wanted it. You wanted the ball.
I
Give me
did.
the ball,
I
coach.
did. But it wasn't my turn, and my dad gave the ball to another teammate, and looking back on that, I love my dad, and I commend him for doing that. And we won the game and moved on, and it wasn't about me; it was about the team, and that's that. I took that with me. It's always about the team. No one person is above the team, and we stress that. If we could have had a kid who would just pound his chest and say, "Look at me," it would have been Jordan Cody, and he never ever did it.
Yeah.
Never did it. He was, our division's player of the year twice. He was the Gatorade player of the year in New Hampshire. He got drafted in the 3rd round by the Yankees. He spent 4.5 years in their system, and he never said, "Look at me." It was always about the team. I took that from my dad, and it was a lot of fun. And my dad never let. There's a rule in Somerville baseball, that nobody let their kids play on Sunday morning. Sunday morning was for family and church.
Yep.
And he, until the day that he gave it up, I mean, that was his MO. He just, it was good. It's good.
That's awesome. That's great.
It brings up a good point. Chet and I are just kind of coming into our children coming into playing age with our kids. How did you balance like the needs of the team versus like your desire to see your own kid to kind of succeed?
Yeah.
It helped that Brian is a hell of an athlete and a great baseball player, right?
Yeah.
But like, how do you as a father, like I want to coach, I want to be fair, and I want to do the best for what the
Mhm.
team. But boy, I want to see my son succeed too. And it's a tough balance sometimes.
It is. It really is. You're all tougher on your own kid. Um, I was always a little tougher on Brian, I think, than the rest of the team because I didn't want the rest of the team or the parents to think that I was showing favoritism.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Brian always let his playing do his talking for him. He wasn't a big, one thing I don't like about the game today and sports in general today is to look at me. I
Yeah.
just, we don't do that at Winnisquam. And I don't like it. Okay. Because it's not all about you. It's about us. It's about everybody. And, Brian, I really never had to discipline him, that way. He got it. He got it. There was one incident where he was pitching and was giving the home plate umpire a little bit of an attitude. You kick the dirt, you don't get a call. And I called timeout and I went out there. I didn't even look at him. I just kind of kicked the dirt around. I said, you do that one more time, you're coming out. Don't show up the umpire and don't show up the team. And he never did it again. So, it was I think lesson well learned that day. But again, it's tough. It's tough to balance the dad coach thing. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember a time when I was when I was catching and Brian was pitching and you did call timeout and we huddled and I remember I only caught it was a very brief. It was
Yeah.
either in Little League or Babe Ruth and it was very brief. You just literally said that same thing. I don't know how many times you did that, but you literally said that same thing and the conversation was over and I remember it and I'm like, eh, all right.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. I like to hear
Yeah.
that.
And it was probably that Babe Ruth game, Nate.
Probably
It
so,
was
yeah.
it
Probably
was
so.
probably that game. Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
a game that you played in a Little League. I don't know if you remember this game. We were down by 9 runs going into the last inning against Pike.
Pike.
Do you remember this? You hit a home run in that last inning. And you were so excited. I think it was your first one. And you were rounding second. You took your helmet off. You were just pumping your fist. And we were down by, I think, 4 or 5 runs at that time.
Yeah.
And I had dropped when I was eating sunflower seeds back in the day. We needed 9 runs, and I had dropped like 9 sunflower seeds in the coach's box. I kept kicking them out every time we scored a run. And
Yeah.
so Nate hit a home run that inning, and I'm looking at our lineup, and I said, "Geez, if we can get a little deeper here, if we can get 3 guys on, Brian comes up, and then he hits a grand slam to tie the game."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it got dark. I think the game was like 20-20. It was one of those Little League games that was never going to end, and we ended up finishing it on another day. But that was a fun night.
I remember that. That was Brian Cushing's dad. It was it Jerry
Yes,
Cushing?
Jerry.
He was the
Yeah,
coach.
Jerry Cushing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that. I remember
yeah.
that. Those
A
are
lot of fun.
baseball was my first love. I regret stopping playing it for
Yeah.
sure. And I miss it a lot today. So one regret either way. If I'm looking back, if I could do things differently. So
Well, we loved having you. The short time that we were together, Little League, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun those 4 years. Yeah.
for sure. I loved it too. So we kind of touched on it, but how did you balance, the father-son relationship and
Mhm.
also pushing him versus protecting the relationship that you
Well,
have with him?
as he got older, it became apparent to me that he needed somebody else, another voice in his head, as far as the sports was concerned.
Yeah.
You guys, when you get older, you get 14 or 15, you know everything, right?
Well, no, yes, and parents
Right?
know nothing. Parents know
Exactly.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, we had, when he got a little older, I coached him at Babe Ruth. I helped Mr. Hampy at the middle school. Yeah. And then it was time for high school. And they had a couple of new coaches coming in, Tom Charbonneau and Billy Prescott. And they were very good friends of mine. And I was happy to like, okay, here you go. It's all yours.
Yeah.
So we had a chance to separate the dad and the coach thing when he got to high school, and I just enjoyed watching him play. You know, he got along with Sharvey and Bill were great. And they coached him in American Legion ball, which back in the day was the big travel ball.
Yeah.
And I got to go along for the ride. You know, I did the book and just kind of stayed in the background. And it was just a pleasure just sitting back watching him play. It was a lot of fun. So that was good for me too. You know, not just him. It was good for me too. So.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, uh, yeah, I guess, did you ever struggle as a coach? Well, now, not just with Brian, but now, do you ever struggle with, again, the relationship that you build with your boys, essentially as they're becoming men as well? Like, how do you balance pushing them versus protecting, the coach player relationship? And would you say that you're a player coach, or, are you
I think so. You know, I'm kind of old school, as are my assistant coaches. We demand that you show up and work hard every day.
Yeah.
School first. You know, we tell the parents at our parents meeting, don't let the guys come home and say they didn't stay after for work or didn't make up a test because coach said we wouldn't play. School first, and then come out for practice if we're still there. I think over the years I've been fair. At the high school level, you're there to win baseball games. And we try to put the best team that we can on the field every single day, whether that's mixing and matching or going with a straight nine or whatever. They're getting to the point, when you're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, that decisions have to be made. You're getting older. Not everybody gets a trophy. Not everybody gets the same playing time. All the kids work hard. On our 2010 team, we had one young man in particular, Matt Smarkle, who was a senior and didn't see a lot of playing time, but knew his role, and he was the best teammate. One of the best teammates I think that we've ever had. 20 years I've been doing this. So guys, as they get older, they kind of define themselves and where they're going, and they know their role, and it's been good. It's been really good. I've been very, very fortunate over the years. I've had great parents to deal with. There's always a couple of exceptions, and there have been, but as far as getting along with the group and the parents and things like that, it's been great.
Well, wait till this year. You ain't seen nothing yet. You got a couple of parents I know up there. Man, good luck. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, there's that one guy, that Zach Hall guy, you're going to have to watch out for, I think.
That guy.
I'm really looking forward to it. I look forward to this every year. We put in a lot of work in the winter. They've relaxed the rules with the NHIA that we can have contact with our kids the season before our season starts. So we start in January. I go one day a week, but we start and hit the ground running when March comes. So hopefully we'll see the results here in the next few weeks.
So Fred, I did message you about this, but my dad, who's not a big athlete, he went to some minor league game, and randomly he's like, "Hey, do you know Brian Caruso? I think he went to school with you." And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, I know that guy." And he was like, "Yeah, he was talking to me on my dad was there at a game."
Yeah.
And Brian was so nice to him. He was like, "Oh, you know Chet?" Like Brian was such a cool guy to him. And you should just know, Brian was very polite, very cool. And my dad's one of those guys who's gonna try to keep you there for longer than you should be there when you're getting ready for the game. So Brian was really cool to him. So I appreciate that.
Great. That's great. That must have been down in Massachusetts.
Must have been. Yeah.
He played for a couple of independent league teams. One in Lynn, Mass, and one in Brockton.
My guess would be it's Lynn, but I'll confirm. Yeah, I think it was probably.
That's
Lynn.
A great story. That's a great story.
Yeah.
I've heard a couple of those, but more than a couple since everything happened. You don't know who you, excuse me, you don't know who you touch. Yeah. And it just A parent told us about a time that his Concord Cannons travel team was practicing in Pennacook, and he noticed there was a 6-year-old kid who was struggling to carry his equipment. So Brian went over to his car and he took out a Concord Cannons, travel bat bag, and he gave it to the kid. He said,
That's awesome.
"You use this." He said, "But when you get old enough, you have to play for the Cannons." So,
Awesome.
all these stories a lot of stories like that came out after everything happened. Yeah, just so proud of what he did and all the lives he touched.
Yeah.
A lot of kids get to college, and a couple of kids get drafted. So,
For sure. The way he was with people, I think you had something to do with it, sir. So
well,
thank you.
I think his mother had a lot to do with it. So.
Don't be too modest. Just say thank you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Good.
So getting back to one more question about Brian, do you remember a time when you felt like, man, this kid's special, like he's got something that we could, do you remember what brought that about for you to because I will be honest, like most parents want that and they seek that and they probably try and almost convince themselves that that's there, but
right. It's so difficult to make it as a professional athlete. People don't know. You could have a little league kid, throwing 60 miles an hour and think, okay, he's going to be the next, Roger Clemens and Olin Ryan. But it takes a village, man. I mean, it takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Got to put the work in, and I could tell when I knew that something was clicking, we set up a down in the basement, and I still have it hanging down in our basement. We set up an old blanket and set up a tee in front of it, and he'd go down there and take 100 to 150 swings every night.
Yeah.
And some nights it was like midnight, and I'm like, hey, I have to get up at 3:00. Can you tone it down a little? You ping, ping, ping off the tee. And he put the work in. He would do laps at the high school in his catcher's gear. He wouldn't take the gear off. He'd run stairs inside the school in his catcher's gear. And then when it was time for college, he had a few teams looking at him, and ended up at Endicott down in Massachusetts and set a bunch of records down there. He's in the Hall of Fame there.
Yeah. And
he's still. I check it out every spring. He's still in the top 10 offensive categories in I should say the top 5 in 10 different offensive categories.
Wow.
And he graduated in 2002 from there. So, and they're one of the best Division III teams in the country now. They've gone to the World Series twice the last couple of years. So, but yeah, I think it was during those high school years when he was putting in the extra work when nobody else was, or would get a bunch of guys together and just go to the field and just work at it. And, that was about the time. So.
I know your
stats at Winnisquam. Does he still own any records at Winnisquam?
He still holds the career home run record, 22. Single season record, home runs 11. Career batting average record.
That'll never be beaten on the new field, right?
No, it won't. No, it's funny. When I tell some of the guys that our middle school field used to be our varsity field, they say, "Oh my God, home run! This is like you could hit home runs up here." The year his senior year when he hit the 11, he only hit 4 at home. They wouldn't pitch to him there. He got walking.
Yeah.
So he hit 7 on the road. So, which is pretty impressive. But our field is not. Our field is a great doubles, triples field. It is not a home run field. So, but yeah, they did a bunch of other records. Slugging percentage, walks. His on base percentage for high school was close to 800 for 4 years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, 8 out of 10 times to get on base. So, but there's still a lot of records there. I think there's still holders there. Yeah.
And Fred, I hope you forgive me for being the mushy guy here, but all that success, and he was still a really good person. Like he actually went out of his way to make people feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
He never. I don't remember a single time. Like he knew he was good. Like don't get me wrong, he had confidence,
Yep.
But
Yep.
never, ever, ever can I think of one time where I saw that guy do something to say to someone else, "You're smaller than me,"
Right.
and
No, that,
that's the gift, right? Like you did something to help him.
well, that's what, we're proud of that. We're
Yeah,
very, very proud of that.
yeah,
He never did the me thing.
yeah.
It was always about the team. I can remember a time in Legion baseball, we were playing Dover, and we were down 5-3 in the bottom of the ninth, and he hit a walk-off 3-run homer. And all he did was, when he rounded first, saw the ball, he gave a fist pump. That was it. That was it. Just like, you know,
Love it.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So you've been coaching a while. What do you feel the difference is between not just Brian's generation, but since you've been coaching to now in the player, whether it's, again, for me, from the military perspective, my generation was a yes or no, sir. We execute whatever's told to us, we do it. And then the generations that have come up since me, it's more like, why? Why do I need to do this? Why? So I don't know if you experience that, but do you see any
I
differences?
tell you, very little. We set we give them parameters at the beginning of the season, and we tell them this is how we do it here. This is what we're going to do here. We have an open door policy. Ask questions. We want them to ask us questions.
Yeah.
And again, been very, very fortunate. These kids work hard. The biggest change has been, you almost have to be, because of just various circumstances. You're not just a coach. You almost have to be a coach, a dad, a psychologist, a doctor. You have to be a lot of things to a lot of kids. I remember, there was it's like 3 or 4 years ago, we had a young man who's ready to go into the military at the end of his senior year, and he had a panic attack, and I didn't know that was a thing, and I said, "Where is?" He said, "He's out behind the dugout." And I went out there, and he was just, he was having a panic attack. So what do? You can't hug the kid. You can't,
Yeah.
there's a,
Yep.
but you can hug the kid, and that's what I did.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
I hug the kid, and what are you going to do? They tell you not to, but hey, and started breathing again normal, and he was just like, I put him back in the game after. He said he was a starter, so I could re-enter him. And an inning later, I said, "You ready to go back?" He said, "Yeah." And he was walking, he ran out of the dugout, and he turned around, and he said, and he gave me a fist bump. He said, "Thanks, coach." And you gotta. But the biggest thing is social media. Uh,
No, you can
Yeah.
say
What
I
it.
mean,
about
You can
what
say
about
it.
the lingo? What about the lingo, Fred? The Riz, no cap, like are you down with all that or what?
I I listen to it, and I get most of it, but I don't
It's
use it.
cringe. It's cringe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
I use an
As a coach,
acronym on an online post that I did, and Tracy, my daughter, said, she said, "I'm so impressed that you even knew what that was." You know. So, but yeah, I think that's one of the biggest changes. Of course, is just in society. I mean, things that have happened in the last 20 to 25 years. Uh, but within our little universe, our little baseball universe, we're still old school, and we still work hard, and we still have to get things done. And I tell them, when you walk through the gate, your phone's off, or it's on mute, it's on silent. We don't pick them up to check to see, what your girlfriend's doing, after practice. That 2 hours is ours. That's our baseball time. That's our get away from the rest of the world time. And the guys have been very, very good about that. And obviously, if they have to check in with a parent or whatever, go ahead. But as far as just, hey, we're gonna take 5 here, grab a drink. They're not gonna take 5 and grab their phone. They're gonna grab a drink, and then we get ready to go again. So
Yeah.
it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah.
I like
What's
it.
one of the most important things that you hope to instill or teach your boys that goes beyond sports specifically?
work hard, be fair, and work hard. Uh,
Yeah.
that's the two things I can that we drill into them is you're not going to get anywhere by standing there with your hand out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to work hard at anything you do, whether it's baseball or you're going to be working, at the burger place. Make the best burger you can.
Yeah.
All right, or if you're going to go into the service, be the best soldier you can. Just do the best you can in whatever you do, and we've had a lot of guys come back year after year. We had 3 guys stop at practice today that played, in years past, just to say, hey, I saw you guys out here. It's wanted to stop and say hi. It was great. And a couple of those guys were on the team when everything happened with Brian, and I'll never forget those guys. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
They were there. They were there for the old man, and I'll never
For
forget.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Appreciate them for sure.
That's great. Do any of them want to coach, like assist you in coaching? And
Well, one of my assistant coaches, Dante Gentili, he's 23, 24, graduated in 2019, and he's been with me now for 3 years. Been one of our assistant coaches for 3 years, and he coaches our Babe Ruth team, and he's going to make. I was going to say make. He is a really, really good coach, and I'm just happy to have a young arm that we can lean on and say, hey, you want to throw BP today?
yeah. I like it. Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Instead of me sitting, 10 feet away behind an L screen on a chair and doing the, underhand short toss, you have to see the arm action every now and then. So.
For sure, yeah. How do you evaluate your performance as a coach at the end of the season, and from season to season? How do you
I look at it. It's not all about wins and losses. Wins and losses are great. We want to win a game. Every time I put the uniform on, I want to win a game. Okay, but it's like I tell our guys: if you give 100% and we come up short, so be it. The other team was better than us that day. And I always evaluate my own performance after every game. What could I have done different? Should I have done this in this situation or that? And coaches, we all get together after the game. We do the same thing, So we are our worst critics, because we're constantly taking games apart and just trying to get better. That's what we ask the kids to do, and that's what we do as a coaching staff. So yeah, we're constantly doing that.
So, like, data and AI are prevalent in any sport,
Mm-hmm.
in our world in general. Do you, without giving away any of your secrets, or like, what is there anything that you can tell us about it? It's a data-driven world. Like, what do you specifically look at?
Yeah, being my age now, and I don't know how many more years I have doing this. The technology part of the game is kind of passed me by a little bit. We do use some stuff. We do use video in some instances. But as far as diving into the AI thing, and I mean, that's going to be for the next person, I think. Like I said, I'm being honest here. If I was 20 years younger, just starting out right now, I mean, I took the program over, for a coach kind of late. I mean, I was almost 50 when I took the program over. And, I think the younger guys maybe have a little bit of a leg, not maybe, they do have a little bit of a leg up on the older guys like me. But my guys are very, very smart. We give them access to video and links and things like that and say, hey, take a look, and yeah, I'm going to leave that for the next guy, I think, for the most part.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if some of your players come back and want to be assistants, and they're like I can't remember his name, but obviously Brad Pitt played Billy Bean in the movie, and like that guy just happened to land in his lap, and like every super data driven,
right.
I feel like one of your younger players will come in and like just like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And you're like, never even thought of that,
Right. Well, then Dante's pretty good at that. He's definitely younger. He leans younger and is more toward the kid's age. And he does bring up some great stuff like that, and we use it. We use it when I feel it's appropriate to use, and but we're not gonna rely on that. Especially our hands are a little tied with the technology end because we don't have a big budget.
Yeah.
And I mean we do what we can with what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So purchasing all the technology like the pitch column and all. I mean it's allowed now in high school.
Are there
But
teams that use it?
we haven't had any in our division, but there are teams in some of the bigger divisions in our state that do use it. I know a couple of coaches that do use it,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that.
No, I don't blame
I
you.
was just curious because I
Yeah.
think again the data can help and hurt you. You can
Yep.
overanalyze anything, but
Absolutely, Nate. That's a great point. There's so much out there.
yeah.
If I, there are guys out there teaching hitting, and there are like thousands and thousands of videos out there. What we tell the guys, especially if they go to a private instructor, is take what's good for you. Take what works for you, because there are no two stances and no two batting stances and no two swings that are alike. It's one of the toughest things in sports to do is hit a round ball with a round bat, and we just tell them to take what works for you. And then if it's not working for you, then we tweak it, and we tweak it to the best of our ability, and then hope it works. So we have my other two assistant coaches have been around the game for a long time, and Tom Buckland and Kevin Archibald. I almost said Nate Archibald. Oh my God,
He's been around
Kevin
the game for a
Archibald.
long time.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It'll be a while.
yeah. Played a little hoop after,
So if you go ahead.
it's been great. It's been a good ride.
Yeah.
Good.
I would think that data that would be important, and I don't know if you do this it's not a bullpen session, but like obviously starting pitchers throw some during practice, so like
Yep.
evaluating how their velocity is affected
Absolutely.
in the number of pitches. I'm sure that data could be helpful, and I don't know if you guys do that or not, but
We do that. We take we use our pocket radar gun, and we do take readings, and you can tell if a kid's getting tired or if something changed in his delivery. We do dive into the stats quite a bit. Game Changer has changed how you score a game. You don't really need a scorebook now. Everything's done on. We do that.
Yeah, and that's all shared, correct? That's all like
it is shared.
within your class.
Yep, it is shared.
All your opponents have to do that. Yeah.
Yep, and it gives you a little more insight as to what are we doing on a 1-2 count, or if it's 2-0, we swing the bat like we want you to swing the bat, or you get in the batter's box and you're taking that first pitch and we want you to swing the bat, things like that. So it does give us. Should say we don't use any data or any digital stuff, but that's very, very helpful.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you guys are using some things to help
Yep.
improve for sure. Because I know I like I think we're all old school. We can say that we're all old
Yeah.
school. So
Yeah.
like there is an instinct part of knowing again.
Mhm.
The kid says, I can go, I can do
Right.
this, I can do
Yeah.
this, and
Yeah.
you look them in the eye and you
Yeah.
believe in them or you don't, or,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's sit this one out today and we'll get somebody else in there.
Yeah, and you can tell when a kid's had enough, or if he's if you admire that. Like most of the guys that, when I go out to take a picture out, it's like, I coach, it's well, you think you've had enough. We see your pitch count, ball's getting a little high, the little velocity is a little down. We can see that, even though he's feeling like, I can battle through this.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do leave them in.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, and then let them battle through it. And it's a good lesson for them too. So.
Absolutely. Adversity. We should all experience adversity before
Absolutely.
it means a lot more. You know what I mean? So
the year we won our state championship, we played our worst game of the year against Mascoma. It was the 5th game of the season. We got 10 runs. This team should never have been 10 runs. And it was the way we handled it that wasn't very good.
yeah.
We had a little team meeting afterward, and That was the last time we lost a game that year. We were 3-2 at that. What's that?
Was it in Mascoma? Because I
It
feel
was
like
in-
Mascoma was a black hole. Like
It
that
was
is one of the worst places
Yeah.
to play. The fans were awful. Everyone
Yep.
was mean.
It was in Mascoma.
Yeah, and I'm
Was
not
it?
surprised.
Yeah,
Hey,
it was in Mascoma.
Wally, take it
Basketball
easy. Take it easy, Wally. This is the current coach that we're talking to. All right,
No,
take it easy, Wally.
believe
We
me.
don't.
It's the same.
Nothing has changed out there.
Change.
Nothing's changed. So we were
He's
3-2
gonna-
after that game. We had a little heart-to-heart after the game for a little bit, and we never lost a game. We won the next 16 in a row, including a run through the playoffs and state championship. So yeah, a little adversity is good. It makes you look inside.
It's always good. It's always good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get off track, but I do want to ask you a question about the new ABS this year in Major League,
Yeah.
and then because
Oh.
last year we had a conversation about it, and I loved it, but I didn't like it being implemented in the way that it is this year. I wanted it to be a system that reviews the umpires, essentially gives them a grade,
Right.
makes them get better at their craft. And then this year it's kind of blown up into what it is now. And I wanted to get your take on that, if you don't mind.
I don't like taking the human element out of the game because you as a player will make an error or boot a ball.
Yeah.
Okay. The umpire is a human too.
Yeah.
And the pitches that these guys are tapping their head, it's like a 1/16 of an inch off the plate.
Yeah.
To the naked eye, that's a strike.
Yeah.
You get that? I don't know. My jury's still out for me.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I saw a couple today in the Red Sox game today, and I'm like, God, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But I love the pitch clock.
Yeah.
Love the pitch clock.
Love it too.
The game today, the Red Sox game, 2 hours and 19 minutes.
Yeah. It's great.
I just love the way the game flows now. And even with the ABS, it doesn't take a lot of time to do that. But I'm more leaning toward not a big fan of that than being a big fan of that right now.
Speaking of the Sox, what do you think? Should we be worried? 2-5. We got the victory today. I know it's early in the season, but we got to see something from this offense. I'm a little concerned. Coming in, home runs are going to be an issue, right?
Certainly an
it's early. I know it's early, but I'm a New England fan at heart, and it's the natural skeptic.
I think we're going to be okay. I really do. I think our pitching is too good. I think it's too deep.
It's good.
We have some arms that aren't even on the team right now that are rehabbing. That if they come back, we'll get even deeper. Get to the bullpen. Get a 3-2 lead in the late innings, and it's lights out with those. Our bullpen is strong.
Yeah.
So nobody's happy with a 5-game losing streak in the first 6 games of the season, but I think it'll turn around. I think they'll be okay.
One today.
Yeah, one today.
Yeah.
Can't have it without winning the first one. So
that's right.
Yeah. I vividly remember going to the Red Sox with you and Brian, and going to the Celtics with you and Brian, and those are some of the best memories that I have as a kid. So I really appreciate that. So just wanted to thank you for that.
We loved having you around, Nate. We loved having all the guys here at the house, and
for sure.
There's still a batter's box on the wall down in the basement when you guys used to play wiffle ball and stuff down there.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's
I love that. I love
played
that.
hockey down there for hours.
Yes.
Yeah, hockey as well. Yeah. Brian was such a good goalie. It's like it was also one of those, again, nostalgic moments. Like, we felt we were pretty good at hockey. We didn't have a hockey team. We felt we'd be really good at football. We didn't have a football team. Man, we're gym class heroes for sure.
Nate was gym class hero in the yearbook. That was literally his thing.
And was it best build? No, I don't remember.
I think it was.
I do remember Wally telling me and Tim when he was on that about the records that were still on the gymnasium wall for track.
Oh, so. Yeah. You still own some track records. Yeah.
I don't know if I can show you this. I'm going to hold this up. I took a picture of it. You see that? Well, where's my camera? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
send it to
Peter
you.
Campbell, Nathan
Yes.
Logan. Yeah, yeah. The
It's
four
still
by
up
one.
there. I
Yeah.
took
I
a.
see Tim
I was.
Constant. Yeah, I see that. I see that. That's good
We
stuff.
were in the gym the other day, and I said I've got to take a picture of that. I sent it to Nate.
That's
Four
awesome.
by
Thanks.
100. Still hold the school record, 1998, 45 and a half seconds.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great play.
we were
Yeah, but
blazing,
30 years.
blazing.
If you hold any record for 30 years, you did something right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Or the clocks just ran slower back then. I don't know.
Or you guys just ran faster.
Or yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. But I'd like to talk a little bit about your foundation, the scholarship fund that you have,
Let's
and
do it. Yeah, love it.
definitely plug it as much as you want. I think I know you do the home run derby. Do you also do like a golf scramble or a golf tournament? And what other
We
things
do
do
a
you
we
do?
do a fundraiser at Old Home Day, Tilton Northfield Old Home Day. The first one we did was like a month after everything happened with Brian, and people have been so generous. We get prizes, donations. Piche's donates a kayak every year. Sherry's Bank of New Hampshire, they donate 4 like VIP tickets to a concert at the pavilion. Just some great prizes, gift cards to area restaurants. We had a coaching friend of mine who coaches up at White Mountain, who runs a golf course up in the North Country, donated golf for 4. And we just have a bunch of prizes, and people purchase tickets, and they drop in the tickets into the prizes they'd like to win.
Yeah.
And we raise a lot of money that way. The home run derby's been great. We were just kind of noodling over a way to honor Brian's memory, and what better way than a home run derby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
That's awesome.
and just a
That's the way to do
blast,
it. That's the
And
way to do
we
it.
do it. We do it for softball and baseball. Our granddaughters take part in it. Brian's son Colton was out there running around the field.
Yeah.
He takes part in it, and the money we try to raise as much as we can, and we donate it back to seniors who are going to be going into we've not as strict as it was. We wanted people who are going to college to play sports, but that's very limited. So folks who are going to college maybe to be a physical therapist, and then we just widen it. Go to college, be good people. If you're a good student, good person, because that's what Brian was. And we were very fortunate to award what did we do? Six scholarships last year, that total over $10,000.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Our the community up here, people up here have been so generous. They're very giving. They donate. They buy tickets. It comes out to the home run derby.
Yep.
And it's been wonderful to keep his memory alive doing that, doing both of those things. So.
yeah. For
And
sure.
we've tried, given the kids that have played for him in the past. We had a young man from Merrimack High School who received a scholarship, from Concord High School who received a scholarship. Of course, Winnisquam, our main focus. But
Okay.
kids from all over the state that have, all we ask is they write an essay about what sports has meant to them, growing up, and how it's helped them, formulate their lives and where they're going in the future. And one of the biggest things is teamwork. We stress that all the time. Whether you're playing a sport or you're going into business or there's a team. You're probably not on your own all the time.
Yeah.
You've got people that work with you or work for you. You have to have a good team, and that's what we stress. And, we hope to keep this going as long as possible, and we're very, very, very fortunate that folks have been very generous with us.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think you said it, but it's not just for Winnisquam Regional High School.
Right.
Is it statewide, or has anything been donated out of state?
Mostly Lakes region, central New Hampshire kind of thing. But like I said, a lot of kids that played for Brian. It's now been, I can't believe it's going to be 4 years in May. Those kids are now already through high school and going to college. now, but we'd like to expand it as long as the funds are there. Obviously focus on where Brian's roots were right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd like to focus on that, and then expand it if the funds are there. We'd like to get even more. The more kids we can help.
Yeah.
And there's still kids coming through the pipeline. Caleb played for Brian first season, didn't he, at Concord?
He did.
Yep,
He
I
did.
thought he did.
He did. Yeah.
Is he the youngest? Like, is there anybody?
Yeah, I think his group is probably the last group. The young kids that are coming up. Yeah, and he's only a freshman, so yeah, there's still more kids coming. We do. I don't know if you saw our hat this year.
I did see that. Looks great. That's
I
awesome.
did. I wanted to get
Incredible.
one.
I like
wanted to
that.
get one.
Yeah, I may have to put it in another order, but we do put Brian's number 12 on the side here
Yeah.
to honor him, and we also put on the other side SC for Scott Cody. That was Jordan's dad. He was my assistant coach for a long time, and we lost him way too soon as well. Yeah. But we honor the Brian and Scott on our hats and on our under the shirts we wear underneath our uniforms. We have their numbers and initials on those too. So we just don't want people. We want people to know that before all this, there were people that built the program.
Yes.
We want it's history. We want people to remember how we got to this point. And those two guys had a major part in it. So, and as long as I'm coaching, that'll be the norm.
That's awesome. Well, way to keep the memory alive. Way to keep making sure. Again, history is something that we all need to pay attention to because it's how we got here. And there's a lot of good things throughout history to point us in the right direction and also stop us from making the wrong decision. So,
that's right.
So I just wanted to remind you that.
Yes, let me see it.
One of my donations will be this. I need to get with you and get some imaging that you might want on here because this is just a fantasy one. It's got some images that were kind of generic. But I'll definitely be donating this for the winner of the home run derby.
That's awesome. I love it.
Hopefully I hit a couple this year. We'll see, but
bring that big beast of a bat you had the last time I saw you.
I will for sure. I will. And I'm actually trying to get them to donate some bats to the team. So
that'd be cool. I looked them up actually after you had that on.
I'm sure all of your players know all about it, but Bat Boys it's a guy that I don't even know his background, but it's famous on YouTube for essentially being in major league parks and hitting with metal bats and just getting the essentially maximizing the output of the bat and his exit velocity is usually up over 100 with a metal bat, and he's just
I can't wait for you to put a couple up on the softball field when you get up here. So
I hope so.
No pressure. No pressure.
I've been practicing. We'll see if hopefully the wind's in my favor this year.
There you go. Usually in the summertime it is blowing out up on that field. So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll be up there. Definitely looking forward to it. Fred, before you are more than welcome to stay on. We're gonna talk about the Celtics.
I did have one question
too much of your time.
I had one question for you.
Yeah.
It's about your own talent and personality. So you've been doing this radio show for years, right?
Yeah. Long time.
And you're the most successful person in that region for years. So I always wonder, because I will walk in to a meeting or something, and there's this awkward silence. So what's your go-to on the radio? Because you don't have a chance to process the awkward silence. So what's your go-to when that happens?
Well, a lot of people tell me I have the gift of gab.
You do.
So I'm always prepared with something to go on the air. Okay, whether it's it's something in the news or an offbeat story or a sports thing or a community event or the weather. You can always lean on the weather. You always have to have something ready to go. And so very few times have I been at a loss for words
Yeah,
when
but
I'm on the air.
you're
So,
very talented.
Yeah, you are.
Very
We love
talented.
it.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We love hearing you. When I get up there, I'm tuning in. So
Deal.
it's always good to
Every
hear you,
morning.
man.
Thanks a
Wally,
lot.
I have one last question, but Wally,
Yeah.
did you have one last question?
No, I'll end with this. I just wanted to thank you for coming on. It's been a real pleasure. Our history runs deep. I was thinking about like walking home from Union Sanborn School back 40 something years ago when you guys lived on what's now Deer Street.
Yeah.
And I remember we'd get out ahead of the middle school. We had some kids that would pick on us halfway through the middle school. And you followed us home one time and accepted it. And I remember it distinctly. You let the kid know to leave us alone, and they never bothered us again.
Yeah.
That was probably 40 years ago, probably.
Nobody's picking on Brian and Wally.
No,
Nobody.
Like you
Nobody.
were right there, and I've appreciated it ever since. I remember games in basketball. You guys never missed a game. Never missed a game. We had a group of parents that traveled every single game.
Yeah.
Vocal parents that traveled every single game.
Yeah. We loved watching you guys play. Even in Mascoma, we loved watching you play.
Well, and thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for me personally, and I thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you guys for having me. This has been awesome. This is like a trip down memory lane for me. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
Love what you guys do, by the way. Love what you guys do.
Thank
We
you.
love what you guys
Appreciate
do.
that.
Thank you.
Off the air or any feedback that you want to give us, again, you're the media mogul, so to speak.
goat.
Like you
The
can
GOAT.
help us out in any way. So
You guys
we
do a great
appreciate
job.
it. Yeah. So one last question. What have your players taught you over the years? Or is there something that you can pinpoint, like something that you, again, learned from their experiencing them and coaching them?
The thing that I get the most joy out of is watching them when they get it, when they finally get it, and that gives me the best feeling. It's like, when they repeat things that you say, it's like, I wonder if anybody's listening here, and they give it back to you verbatim. It's really kind of cool. And we have a group right now. The baseball IQ is really high, and they know what they're doing. And I feed off that. I feed off them. They give me as I get a little older here, they give me a lot of energy. And I appreciate that from them. So, but and we just stress working hard and being fair. I mean, you can take that not just on a baseball field, but any facet of life. Just work hard and be fair.
Yeah.
That's what we've lived on. So,
that's awesome.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Fred. We appreciate it.
Thank you
We
so
love
much.
you. You sure you don't want to stay
much.
on? We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk Celtics. We're gonna talk sports.
I gotta go to bed.
I got you.
We get that
It's
because
past my
Fred,
bedtime
seriously,
too, buddy.
thank you, and
it's
also, thank you for hosting us for WrestleMania 14 70 years ago. Appreciate that.
Yes, I remember that too. That was awesome. I think
Oh my
wasn't
God.
that was also like the Final Four was like North Carolina and Duke.
Yeah,
I think. And
it
then
all
right
happened
after
around the
that,
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
Shawn,
awesome.
my boy Shawn Michaels lost, and it was sad. But
Nostalgic.
what a great
Nostalgic.
night! And thank
Oh,
you for
that
that.
was fun. A lot of fun.
All right.
I know.
Guys,
Hey,
keep doing what you're doing.
yeah.
Wally, we'll see you at a baseball
Yes,
game.
we will.
Chet will run into you somewhere.
Appreciate
And
it.
Nate, we'll see you at the home run derby.
Yes,
See you
sir.
later, Fred. Have a good night.
One more thing, Fred,
Yes.
you're always welcome. Anytime you want to come on and just shoot the breeze, talk about the weather. If pop in for 5 minutes. We'd love to have you, man. We love
got
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you guys so much. Love you guys.
Love you.
Take care.
All right, so let's talk Celtics real quick. I mentioned when Jason Tatum came back, It was going to take a couple weeks, one for them to gel, but also by the end of that time, once they start gelling, they will be the favorites in the East
They are.
to
I think they
not
are.
only in the East, but the favorites to win the NBA Finals. And then Chet was as bold to say and predict that they are going to win the finals, which I jumped on board with him after he made that bold prediction. So give us your lowdown of the Celtics, man, and how you see them. I mean, I don't want to steal your thunder, but
No.
the last game that I watched was the Heat. That was the last game that they played prior to this evening, and Jason Tatum had a triple double. JB scored 40 points. Like, I mean, they just look like a well-oiled machine, and Joe Mazzulla deserves the Coach of the Year with the cap space that they created, uh, and maneuverability financially that they created by doing some of the trades prior to the season and in season. Like, again, gap year was definitely what we thought at the beginning of the year. We knew they'd be competitive, but it's tough to lose somebody like Al Horford, who's a glue guy for sure for that team, and then for them to move on in the fashion that they have. You have to attribute that to coaching. And Joe Mazzulla, hats off to him. I think he should be Coach of the Year. And then again, I'm on board with Chet. We're going to the finals, man. Let's go. Let's go.
So, yeah, I mean, no argument for me in terms of Missoula Coach of the Year. No argument for me if you want to say Brad Stevens Executive of the Year, because you're 100% correct. The moves he's made to get us under the cap and stay under the cap next year, so that we can then spend subsequently, is substantial. And not only that, we've gotten better. This is a better team than last year's team. You can laugh at me if you want to, but they're playing a better brand of basketball. I think they're playing. I think they're playing at a higher level when they're peaked. I mean, they beat Oklahoma pretty handily. They just beat Miami, and Miami isn't the team they once were, but they always give us fits. Miami's always plays us tough. Beat them by what, 40 at third? I mean, at one point in that game, they scored 50 points in the first quarter. This team is a well-oiled machine. They just beat the Bucks by 32. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Tatum is coming in nicely. I still like the way they're playing with Brown being the point of attack in the offense, and Jason Tatum. I'm going to say a complimentary role, but that doesn't do it justice. He's getting 25. He's getting like a triple double. He's flirting a triple double most nights. He's rebounding the best he's ever done in his career. He's facilitating really well. It's hard for me to call it a secondary role because it's not. Maybe it's more of a facilitating role. I like it. I like it. I like how they're playing. I like how this team is coming together. I like how Kata's playing. I'm really excited for what we can do. Do I want to call us the favorites yet? I do not. That's not fair. Oklahoma is the defending championship. They're the defending champion. They probably have the best player in basketball on their team. San Antonio's won like 27 of 29. Like those are two teams that are playing at a very high level. So it's hard for me to say we're the favorites. I think we are among the favorites. Best in the East, among the favorites. But I can't put us ahead of the defending champs yet, not personally.
Yeah, 53 points in the first quarter against the Heat. That was a club record. Also, I don't know how you feel about Wemby. He's not playing a lot of minutes, but he has more at this point in his career. I think it's his second year. So comparing him to a bunch of people in their second year, he has more points than LeBron, more rebounds than Charles Barkley, more blocks than Hakeem Olajuwon, more threes than Steph, and more steals than Kobe. Like that's a pretty ridiculous. That's a pretty ridiculous stat line right there.
It is ridiculous, but it's hard to see him being able to sustain that, right? Like that, isn't that always the issue with his body type? Like, I don't know if is he going to do that for a 10, 12-year career? Very few people built like him do for what.
For sure. And San Antonio is aware of that. And you know how many minutes a game he's playing, Wally?
You're right. Yeah.
28 minutes a game. That's it. Yep. That's it. That's all he's playing. And he's putting up numbers. And he's also in the MVP conversation. Like that to me. Well, one, it shows that again he's on a very good team, a very young, talented team. They don't
Yep.
their age doesn't look as if you compare them
They're
around the
well put
league.
together. They're well coached. They
They're
draft
actually a
well.
middle-aged team, but that's only because they have a couple like Harrison Barnes. They have a couple older vets that put them in the middle tier. But
Well,
if
in
you take those two off,
Like OKC, they hoarded picks for a while, had
yeah,
multiple first round picks over a stretch of time, and that's the way to do it. You get lucky and you draft a guy like
yeah.
Wemby, or you can
Wembanyama, yeah.
draft, yeah,
Well, hell, not
SGA.
only Wembanyama, but Stephon Castle. Like I love
Castle's
that dude
legit.
coming out
Yeah,
of
you're right.
college. Won
Yep,
a championship with UConn. I think he won back to back, if I'm not mistaken, with
yep.
UConn. Yeah, that dude. I and they got him kind of later, I think, in the first round. That wasn't even. They had multiple picks in one of that draft, and he was one that they got like outside of the top 10. So like to get a talent like that, and again, they just look really well. Look really good. I don't even know who the coach is, to be honest, but he's doing a really good job.
Yeah,
Like, I,
yeah.
I mean, I think at the end of the season, by the time we're done, I will know what his name is. But
You can argue that they're the second best, maybe the third best duo in basketball.
yeah, yeah,
I
no,
think that JT and JB have cemented themselves as once again the best duo at a much quicker rate than anyone could have expected. But the two of them are
yes,
playing the best. They're playing as the best duo. Tatum's numbers today were like he had 11 rebounds, 9 assists. I want to say 19 points,
yeah.
or like
Well,
damn near.
Tatum's the youngest Celtic to score 14,000 points.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
And he
he's
missed 3 quarters of a season.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But he plays
That's
deep. He
crazy.
plays deep in the
Insane.
playoffs every year. He plays deep in the play. He's been in the championship twice in what 6, 7, 7 year career. Playoffs twice. How many times has he been to the Eastern Conference Finals? They just play
Yeah.
deep in the playoffs every year. He's a guy. The guy's a winner.
Yeah. Oh, by the time it's over with, I feel like he's gonna be like Tom Brady, where his postseason career is just another.
Oh,
It's like close to another season. The
he's
number
not
of
even Larry Bird
postseason,
yet. He's not even
the
Larry
the the
Bird yet.
number. I'm comparing the number of playoffs games that he has to Tom Brady. Not that. Not. Hold on, fanboy. Pump the
Seriously,
brakes.
he's not even Larry Bird. I can't stand it.
He isn't. That's right. I'm just saying, by the time it's all said and done, they're gonna make. He's gonna have an accumulative of playoff games that equal a season. Like he's
Yeah,
that good,
isn't that crazy?
regardless of if he's on the Celtics or not. Like
He'll never pass Larry Bird though. 3 straight MVPs, three
no, I mean
championships.
that's
Like
that's tough. That's tough. And there's a lot of people out there again when Larry Bird was the Wembanyama at one point. Meaning he was
What?
he was the unicorn. A 6'9" white dude that can shoot and handle the ball. Like that was unheard of back then,
yeah,
and no one knew what to do with
Why,
him.
why do you guys
So
say white dude? That just makes it, you're so racist.
I
Tatum
mean,
will have probably a career that lasts 10 more years than Larry Bird's did.
yeah,
If he can avoid injuries, Bird, poor
yes,
Bird, in his last couple of years were almost non-existent. You could argue the last 5 years were less than ideal. After he got hurt, was 88.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then he made it to 91, maybe with the,
yeah,
No, Dream Team. It was Dream Team 92.
yeah, Dream Team. Yep.
Yep.
yeah. Oh man, how bad? Not. I mean, the team still won gold, but it looks even that much worse that one Tatum didn't play, and then two JB wasn't on the same team. Like it just looks that much worse
It
now.
does.
And
And it infuriates me, but I bet it fuels both of them. How could it not, right? Like they're in, again, we just listed their accolades. Like, what else do these guys have to do? Okay, let's win another championship in a leap year
yeah,
and then see what people have to say. Then who's going to keep talking their shit? And you know what?
yeah.
It's so nice for you guys to come around because I remember many debates. I remember many debates of me so angry at you trying to defend my Celtics to you guys just saying me like overrated, no good. Tatum's overrated. I mean, we have this.
You sure?
Like,
You sure that's what happened?
what's that?
We can run the tape
Are you
back. It
sure?
wasn't overrated. It
We can
wasn't
run,
overrated.
we can run the tape back. I remember these conversations. So it's nice to see you guys coming over to the dark side a little bit because I've been here all along and the water's great. Can
You
we at
guys.
least admit that, Nate?
I never said that Tatum was overrated. I said that he doesn't have that killer instinct, man. He's it's the generation of players now. LeBron's part of that, but it's also KD. They're all friends. Like they're all friends on the court and like they don't want to hurt each other. And I want to see altercation. I want especially wearing Celtics green. I want that fiery leader to get in somebody's face, throw a hard elbow, be physical. Same with we talked about some changes that need to be, done in the NBA to spark viewers to get to the game, not arena wise, we're just talking on television and make the game more accessible that way. But I don't want to see guys jacking up threes. I want to see somebody go strong to the hole. I want to see him challenged at the hole. I want to see physical altercations. I want to see people getting in body to body, getting in each other's faces because they don't like each other. You
There's
know,
still
that's
plenty of that. Jalen Brown's been doing it all season. He's going
Yes,
hard with
yes.
it. He pushes off almost every shot he takes. He dunks hard. He goes right in their face. So like I think it's still there. The problem is when you shoot threes at the rate they do, it's hard to argue with that strategy. They do it at
yeah,
such a high level that you're like, well,
they
yeah,
do.
man, three's
They
more than
do.
two.
Yes,
So
they're
like,
above the
mathematically
average,
it
but
works
again,
out.
my argument is that the entire league shoots 83 pointers a game,
Yeah.
and the Celtics should be doing it because they shoot like 65%.
Yep.
They hit 65%. The league average is literally like 33%. So I don't want to see seven misses and three hits. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
not here for that. I want to see those seven that are misses. I want to see you go strong to the hole again, create some contact.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they do. They do. Celtics do a nice job of it.
The Celtics do. Again, they're the exception to what I'm
They're a
saying.
fun team to watch.
Yeah, I love watching. Absolutely. Anything else, boys? We want to do vibe? Do we want to talk anything else before we do vibe of the week? Nothing about Pam Bondi getting replaced. Nothing like
Or
y'all
two
I
fighter
mean,
jets being shot
that's
down over
it.
Iran. I mean,
or that too.
we're going boots on the ground soon, right? I mean, you can't argue that. Your boy,
Oh,
what's your
there's
boy Sean?
Marines on their way there for sure. Yeah.
What's your boy Sean Ryan think about this war?
I haven't. I should listen and ask him
Should.
and see. Have you
Should.
listened to him? And do you know?
I've heard clips. It's hard to know. It's hard to know if they're taken out of context, though. So I hesitate to speak on them
Yeah.
because so much of like you hear something you're like, is that real? Is that AI? Is it taken out of context?
Yeah.
So I am not educated enough to say definitively, but I thought I saw some clips of him being critical of,
Okay.
of all
I'll
of it.
look. I'll do some research and look into it
I
because
think I
that's
saw some
definitely
stuff of him being
something
very
I want to.
critical.
Yeah. All right, so let's do vibe of the week then. Vibe of the week, Chet. What's your vibe of the week, buddy?
I sent it. It's called
I
cigarette.
know. Thank you. It's called
I'm playing
cigarette
it.
what? I'm not gonna play it. No. We're gonna name it and then I'm gonna clip it. So vibe of the week was for you, Chet, was what? Cigarette. It was cigarette something. What the hell is it? Cigarette duet
Cigarette duet.
by
Bye.
Princess Chelsea.
There we go. There you go.
All right. So we'll check it out. My vibe of the week is Pray Hard with Luke Combs and Big X the Plug.
Ooh, I've heard that. It's good stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Cigarette duet, though, by the way.
Did you tell your son that I was listening to Frank Forrest? What'd he say?
He
I
was like,
should have
I'm not
mentioned it
sure.
when I saw him earlier, but
And he's
what'd he
like, I'm
say?
not sure, but I think I like it.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. And I'm guessing you listen to it all the time, huh? Frank Forrest.
No.
No? You don't play it for him to get him hyped up in the car?
I mean, for football, sure.
Oh, okay. All right, boys. I got one last question for you.
Bring it.
What's an astronaut's favorite part of the computer? The
The
space
data,
bar.
the data center. What?
The space bar.
I said at the same time. I think that counts as a win for me.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
It's
The
because we
victory
said
goes to
the
me.
exact
No,
same thing at the exact same time.
I'm glad. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength
It was
there.
the first time I've ever got it. I'm pretty proud of
I love
myself right now.
I love it. I
Nice.
love it.
Nice.
All right, boys. Thanks for getting on. Love you guys.
Of course.
Love you.
Uh,
Love you.
great episode today. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
All right. Good night, gentlemen.